Good morning, welcome in. How are you? Again, I'm Johnny from the Design Lab by J&B. You can visit my Etsy page. It's the Design Lab. Design is spelled D-Z-Y-N-E by JB, no and sign. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And today we're going to do another bow tutorial. A lot of you asked last night on my live if I could do one. So I'm going to do a Christmas bow. And I have a bunch of ribbon that I'm going to probably be using or not. I have a lot of ribbon over here. So as you all know, I like to get inspired by the ribbons first, unless somebody requests something that's custom or of their liking or what they want. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start off with a larger one. So we're going to start off with a 4-inch, which is this one. I thought this was really cute. Then we're going to go down. I don't know if I'm going to actually use this one, but definitely going to start off with the large 4-inch. So as you all know, I like to start off with my tails. And sorry about that. Thought I had this up here. Yeah, so I don't measure anything on my bows except my first tail on one side and my first tail on the other. And the reason why I do that is because I've learned that you could do your hoops by the way, you just see it. Or again, you can measure them if you're new and you want them to be at a certain length for your, for yourself or for your clients or whatever you would like to do. There is no right or wrong reason how to do your bows. I learned by watching and just keep trying and trying and trying, and I practiced, and nothing is ever perfect. So don't worry about it. Remember, it's only ribbon. It's not a major thing, so you can always take the ribbon off and redo it. So let's just have fun and let's do this. So a lot of you know I always lose all my pins, so I'm gonna keep this little pin cushion right here. But you'll see throughout this video, I'm gonna probably be throwing them around. I hope not. But okay, here we go. So if you have a bow maker, bring out your bow maker. This bow maker I use all the time. It's just a simple wood with a simple piece of wood with 2 dowels. I bought this online. The creator is Wreaths by Design. She's a TikTok creator. She creates wreaths and all kinds of things. She is out of them right now, but you can go ahead and place an order with her. Okay, you can use your big one if you have a big one, whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's just start. So I take the first tail and for me, I'm going to ducktail it. Okay. So like I said, I like to measure my first tail. I'm not going to make this one huge, so I'm going to start off with a 9-inch tail. So it's about here. So what I do is I just start by pushing it in and down. So that's it. You just put it in your bow maker. And what I like to do is I like to make sure that my tail looks good. Okay. Then you just twist it towards you. But when you twist it, just make sure that it's nice and flat. You want it to be nice inside the bow. And I hold it with my 2 fingers. I open up my ribbon so I can pull it. And I put it through. And then I do my bow to what I want to see my hoop. So I'm going to do it about there. And it's going to look like this. If you see any black on my fingers, a pen exploded on me yesterday. My nails are not dirty. Because I know a lot of people comment, but yeah, a pen exploded on me yesterday. Okay, so that's how big I want my hoops to be. So it's about that long. And then the second loop, you're going to do the same thing. Turn towards you. Nothing is perfect. I like to make sure it's down. And then I just put it back through. Okay, so now, for me, I like to just measure it out. That's too long. That looks about good. And then you push this down. I hold it like that. And if you want, you can measure to see if your bows are kind of like the same height. And you say my bows So this one is a little bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull on the tail a little bit. Just pull it back up, and we're about good. Okay, so see, they're not perfect. And then I bring this over here. I like to fix my hoops for the first one. Make sure it's nice. Hold it down. And again, we're doing 9-inch. So I kind of look right here. I kind of put my bow maker like right there where the 9 is. And then I'm going to cut right here. And then I'm going to ducktail this one. And let me see, that's a little long. So you just see, so you just cut it again. No big deal. Okay, so this is what it'll look like first. So you have your tail, your hoop, your tail, and your hoop. Now, some people pull these tails down. Some people pull one up, pull one down. I don't do that on these. I just keep it straight like that. Okay, so that's that one. And again, you could do you could start with a 2.5-inch ribbon. You could do 4.5s. You can, I mean 4. You could do whatever you want to do. It's not, there's no rule. Okay. So now I want to go in with a solid color. The reason why I want to put a solid color in is because I don't want pattern on top of pattern right now. So I'm going to go in with this red and white. If anybody wants to know the ribbons that I'm using right now, let me just make sure. These ribbons right now, because this ribbon is just for a tutorial. These ribbons are not designer ribbons. They are from Hobby Lobby. When I go to Hobby Lobby, I search for the nice, they sit nicer. Sorry about that. They sit nicer, they bend nicer. Some ribbon at Hobby Lobbies are not like that. It's just to your liking. I like to work with a better ribbon. I don't like that. I do not like that it folded like that. Hold on, because then it'll make the ribbon. I'm not going to fold it too hard. Okay, better. Okay, because it creased it. Okay, so then you just follow your tail, and you do the same thing on one side. Don't worry about if it's a little longer. Twist towards you. This is a 2.5-inch ribbon, so I went from 4 to 2.5. Bring that over there. And we're going to go just a tad smaller than the first hoop. So just a tad. You can go bigger. You can go smaller. I mean, you can go as big or smaller. You always want your hoops to be seen. So, so if you want to do it that way, or again, your bow, your design, you could do whatever you would, whatever you like. There's no right or wrong. So I'm going to put this one over here, just a tad smaller, and push down, and then measure out your tail. Just fix this up a little bit. Measure out your tail, and then ducktail. I apologize for the camera angle. My tripod is coming in. And there's your second one. See? Okay. So that's your second one. Sorry. So, I'm getting messages over there, so I have to answer them. Okay, so that's your second one. Hey Siri, play Freestyle's Greatest Hits. I'm going to put some music on in the background.
Now playing Freestyle Essentials.
Sorry. Okay. Do you see? I already lost a pin. I told you that I was going to lose my pin. All right, we'll set this off. Anyway, okay. So you have your first 2 in. I am going to go in with a second 2.5 inch. I'm going to do these gift boxes. Okay. I can't believe I already lost the pen. Okay. So again, we're not going to do full pattern on top of full pattern. And you're going to ducktail. And do the same thing. Follow your tails. Okay. Twist. This is not really great ribbon, but I was always taught to put, if you want to put a ribbon that's not so sturdy, you should put it on top of a ribbon that is sturdy. So again, I went a little smaller on this one from the other ribbon, and then bring this over here. Make it a little smaller, push down, and do your tail. I can't wait. That cut. Okay. Now I just want to go back in and fix this a little bit because it's not really great. Right there. Yep. Perfect. Okay. So that's your third. That's your third. Okay. Now we're going to move on. Now we got a 4, 2.5, and a 2.5. We're going to drop down now to a 1.5. So again, I'm going to go ahead and do a solid. Check out this green. This green is kind of really cool. I've never used this one before, so let's see how this is going to be. Oh, it's pretty sturdy. All right, see, sometimes you have to just try it. Right now at Hobby Lobby, today is 9/24. Hobby Lobby is all their Christmas stuff is 50% off. Okay. So go and get some ribbon. Okay. We're gonna go a little smaller. I gotta really get my camera stuff going. Okay. And then bring this over here. Oh. Okay, I'm throwing things. Let's say go there. There. And cut your tail. There we go. And that's your 1.5 start. Okay. 1 second. Okay. And I just gonna go ahead and fix it. Okay, so this one's gonna need a pin because I just opened it and I have little extra pins over here. I have extra pins, but then lose the regular ones. So this one I didn't even close yet. And this one, I have the pin, I saved it over here. Okay. Okay, so we have this one. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go back and forth to these. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go in with this. This one's a good. Now, if this one's a good ribbon from Hobby Lobby, nice and sturdy, great. When you put it on, it really is a great ribbon. I like this one. I bought this in 2.5 as well. Okay, so you're gonna put that in, and you're gonna twist for your tail. Okay. put that in. I'm gonna make it a little smaller than my first 1.5. Okay. Sorry guys, I will get my camera stuff right as soon as I get my tripod. Okay, down and push. There are my dogs talking. Cut your tail. And there is your second one. So it's starting to look like this. See? That's the way it's starting to look. Okay? So this one's good. I gotta get new ones of these today. Oh, I found the other pin for the red and white. Whoa. Okay. The red and white. I found the pin. This is what I do. When I do these, I always wind up losing pins and... Okay. That one's there. Okay. So now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do this velvet red. This is another good ribbon from Hobby Lobby. This is going to be our last 1.5 inch, and then we're going to do my signature Johnny Dramatic, which the people, my friends, I call everybody my friends on my lives, because they have been so supportive. You all have been supportive. That is watching this, subscribed, and that join me on my lives at night and during the day on the weekends. You all named my bows Johnny Dramatic bows, so that's the name of my bows, and I do my own kind of signature twist at the end of every one of my bows, which you're about to see shortly. Okay. So again, we're doing the same exact thing, back and forth for every single ribbon. Okay. And if anybody makes my bows, please send me a comment or tell me where do you have it up so I can go look at it, because I would love to see how you all are doing with them. If you're putting them on a wreath or you're putting them on a gift, on your tree, anywhere, please, I would love to see how you did. Okay, so that's the last 1.5. Now, that's all I do. So for this ribbon, for this one, we're going to do 7 ribbons. So there's 6. That's the last 1.5. Now, my little signature thing, everybody knows my bows by it. It's a 1 inch. My dogs, I apologize. Is a 1 inch or a 7/8 skinny one. So what I do with these is I don't ducktail these. I do these on an angle, and these are dramatically longer than my ribbons. So I put them, so here's my tails at the end. I put this one about that much longer. You're still going to do the same exact thing, but except your hoop is going to be dramatically bigger. So this is the hoop. Okay, we're going to say, so that's the last hoop. We're going to just make it bigger. So you see, that's how big it's going to be. You're going to twist. Okay, and hold that. Sorry about that. Sometimes ribbon are a little harder to work with, some ribbons. So that's about that big. That's too long. Yeah, I think it's about there. Okay, you're going to push down on that one. And then what I do on this, I bring that down and I go like this. I fold it. Make sure it's pulled. And then I fold this one and want to see how much they are almost alike. And you see they are. So you're going to put this down. And then you're going to do your other one. Go all the way over here. And this one, so this cut is in this way. So we're going to cut this one this way. Okay. So there are all our ribbons on there. All the ribbons are on. Okay. Okay, now I'd like to get a pipe cleaner. Okay, and now we're going to do our last thing, which is pull it out of the bow maker. Okay, let's put these like that. Let's bring this guy over here. Okay, so when you pull, I stand up, so excuse that you're all I'm going to see here. So when I pull this up, I'm going to hold my finger here. So watch. I'm going to hold my finger there. I'm going to pull up from the bottom. And you're going to put your two hands, your fingers like this. And you're going to pull up like this, keeping your thumb here. And squeeze really tight. Squeeze really tight because you don't want your ribbons to come apart. So then I put my zip tie on them. Underneath my thumb. Okay. Before I make it tighter, I want to make sure that all of my ribbon is nice together. So it should look like that. They shouldn't be like puffs or anything. And you're gonna make it tight. Okay. Let me get my little tool. This thing is the best. You can buy this off Amazon. This tightens your zip tie and also cuts it off. So the more you push like this, tight, pull, just go like that. Now, I don't cut this off right away. I cut it off at the end because I like to hold it to fluff my bow. So now, that beat in my heart. Okay. So now, the way I do my bow, first of all, make sure you know where your top and your bottom is. So I know for a fact that my tails, my dramatic tails, are over here. So I'm gonna make sure these are down. Don't worry about the hoops right now. Don't worry about your hoops. We are not going to fluff anything right now. We're gonna just position all of our tails first. So just want to make sure if you're going to use my design, you're going to make sure that the tails are down. Okay. Now, like I said, we are going to move all our tails. So what I do is I put my finger in the middle to where the middle is, and I hold this underneath there like that, and I start doing my tails. So I start with the bottom one. So this was our 4-inch. The 4-inch, I'm going to bring down. So you can twist it a little bit so it stays down. And the other one, I'm not going to go on the other side. For my 4-inch tails, I'm going to bring them down. So this is I'll show you. Let me just position it. Oh, that's not. Okay. So these are your first, that's how it's going to look. So the 4-inch are going to be down here, and then of course your dramatic ones are going to stay there. Now what I do is I just start going with all my tails. So you leave your hoop alone, and then you position them however you want, but I alternate sides. So this is the white one with the white stripe. However you want to hold your bow, I go back and forth. So I'm going to put this back. That beat. Okay, so this one's going to go up. Okay. Then you put your hoop down. This one's going to come up here. I mean, on the top or on the bottom. Hoop down. The green is going to go up here. Hoop down. This one is going to go down here. Hoop down. And the red one is going to go up here too. Now, what I do is before I go to the other side, I just like to pull. Now, if you hold your bow tightly, you don't have to worry about your hoops coming out or your tails. So hold on one second.